So those of us at the Todd, I am the Todd. Do you understand? It is a T, which is a cross for ministry. It is an O for the world that this atmosphere I'm in, and the ovum that I have for carrying children. There's the little D, which holds in melody this one world on one lineage, and it does not let anything pass beyond it. That's what this is. It's a fist and a line that is drawn, and it is not passable. Then I put a second D that has a line, and it has a semicircle. For currently, there has been too much time expanse, and too much has accumulated, almost like a hemorrhoid, inside of the capitulate D for your treatment of me. I was just in Stop and Shop for the Starbucks for the coffee, like a cup of coffee. The date is 12/6/2020. I was speaking to Shally, Shally, on surveillance camera. I said to Shally, I said, you've heard of the Disney Princess Collection, correct? I said, there's one of them. I said, it's like a ministry. It's like a storyline, like Hansel and Gretel and Mother Goose and the nursery rhymes. Disney Princess. It's all based off of one princess and like a mimic, like her motions, right? And so I said, like in Under the Sea, right? The girl, she takes her hair and she always does this. Yeah, I mean, that's one of my things. I mean, I've been doing, I do it. It's such a motion that I do. It's just like automatic, since I was little. So there's that. And then there's the, I said in Cinderella, I said, she's got, I said Beauty and the Beast, because that's actually my favorite, like Size Vlad, hello. And then you've got the, let's think about this. We've got, I said Sleeping Beauty. I said she's in the glass pod, just laying there in glass, and everybody's just watching in the forest. And she's just waiting for the prince to come kiss her and wake her up so she knows what's going on, so he can inform her of everything. Right. I was like, and then you've got Cinderella. I was like, she's born really poor. I was like, and low class, right? I was like, and she's just waiting for the ball, and the pumpkin arrives, and it's now a carriage, like, good enough. Get me to where I need to be, right? And then all of a sudden, like, time runs out, boom, and it's back down to a pumpkin again. It's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Right. And she's like, how do you know this? And I was like, well, my name is Eloson. I was like, it's E-L, it's L, the word of God, and then it's C-I-N. It's the first three letters of Cinderella, amongst other things. I said, the whole classic, storyline is my life and my appearance here. And she's like, oh, I said, well, I just want it for that surveillance camera. I was like, that I'm speaking to you in front of. I was like, let me ask you one other thing. I said, you ever have a black and white cookie? You know what that is? And she's like, yeah. I said, it's like a cookie underneath, and then it's white, and then it's black, right? So it's the two colors. I was like, but it's always the same size. Hold on, I'll tell you what I did. I said, it's always the same. Here's black, here's white. It's always the same. I was like, you never come to the bakery to buy one in public and see 3/4 chocolate and only 1/4 vanilla. No. You never come and see 3/4 vanilla and only 1/4 chocolate. No. You never come for a black and white cookie and see that they spread strawberry icing over the two the black and white portions, right? She goes, no. I go, right. And then just for one more, you never see like latte colored icing over, right? I mean, it's always standard. You come black and white, right? I was like, okay, no, I just want to make sure. I was like, because somehow in like Humanville, I was like, they seem to be a little confused how black and white cookies come. And she started laughing. She's like, okay. And I was like, yeah, no, I mean, again, I'm making a point, and it's on camera and it's in public. So, because apparently, now this I did not say on camera, but I'm saying on my private camera. Apparently in this lifetime, they can't even get that right. Because in Todd, like where you're in a royal whatever, and you are in charge of humanity as a whole. I mean, outside of like penmanship and a checkbook and some foundations and some charity work and nobody gives a shit land. Right, got it. Okay. So from above that perspective, at God, right, which is where I sit always, even when I'm walking human, you see things very black and white. It's either fair for the genetic or it is not. It is either healthy and a long-term solution for that one genetic to prosper and be able to enjoy the reason it moves, or it is detrimental and going to be a huge harm. Then in like multi, if I'm looking as my one quiet private, looking fully clothed, say 5 different colors, or we'll go 4. We'll go black, white, strawberry, and latte. 4 of them over there, and I'm sitting back as God, looking down. I'm going, right, okay, so now how does the strawberry interact with the latte? Right, okay, that's fine for now for that one decision. But here's the thing. I get that there's like mental disease and exotic affliction in Zebra Nation where your blacks and whites like to mix their center into a brackish, confusing, nobody gives a shit about you guys because now it's political because you brought it there. If you stayed just Brendan Burns and just Nicole Cataruzza and could meet at the center, agree, like, do you understand from my perspective? I've analyzed the fact that if your people or my people continue to produce automobiles and continue to throw out toxic fumes just so they could roll around with rims that spin and are shiny, mine are just as culpable as yours in this idiocy, because you and I are 2 true professionals in poverty nation. You understand? He and I are still able to come and speak as humans on the same issue. Because the next question is, I already know that, I mean, you can try it on your person, but I wouldn't. I mean, we already had one that wasn't right and sat in a car. The police advised us, so we didn't have to do it in a laboratory and choose someone to kill. There's plenty of volunteers for that these days. We already know that fumes are toxic. I'm pretty sure Brendan and I, in a 5-minute conversation, would agree. Without weapon, without money exchanging, without anything but human to human contact and interaction on a logical scale that makes sense. So why is it he and I are able to sit at a meeting and we would be able to come to a logical conclusion in like 5 minutes or less? And yet when that is the set agenda to save air for his daughter and to save air for my children to breathe, forget reproducing, we're saying breathing. Why is it when we both agree that air, clean air, and breath for both of our children is equally as important so we can move forward to correct a situation? Why is it then that I have strawberries and lattes hailing meatballs at the 2 of us while we're sitting there having this one conversation about clean air? He and I didn't invite meatballs to be formulated and thrown at us. Do you understand how fucking stupid you humans are? in large scale, you are the dumbest fucking creatures. Which is why we do things in quiet, private places to make concrete treaty and agreements that's beneficial to everybody to then install. Because if I had to wait for you shitbags to come up with a campaign and then argue it out, there is no fucking argument. You like to breathe? You like to stay alive? Great, then we're on the same fucking team. You want to kill us all, then I think it's our fucking right, because God said so, to pick up a fucking knife and just stab you in the fucking throat. Done. Only question that was on the fucking agenda while I was walking human. How did you get off track 42 fucking years, humans? Oh, I'm sorry. Right, because you made meatballs while we're talking black and white cookie of importance. You made meatballs with song contracts and Broadway debuts and oh my god, and housing and how many architectural, like, glass skyscrapers can we put up? None. None until you fix my fucking situation, asshole human.